a very warm welcome to Bharata First. I'm Frank Rajan Pereira. This is FRP Explains. First, I'd like to inform you all about our Knowledge Center which has been launched. For those of you who would like to register, you may do so now and make use of the early bird limited time offer. You can go to kc.bharatafirst.com, kc.bharatafirst.com and register right now and make use of the Knowledge Center. Since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon and then all notifications so that you don't miss a single notification from Bharata First. Do share the content as well so that more and more people get to know about this platform. Well, the Delhi police has decided to move the Supreme Court after an order of the Delhi High Court with regards to the three student activists, that is Narwal, Tanha and Kalita. Yeah, so these three of them were students, two of them of course from JNU and one from Jamia, and they were arrested by the police for their role in the Northeast Delhi protests of 2020. So it's been more than a year since they have been in jail, and the court, Delhi High Court, has finally granted them bail and has made some stinging observations really as far as this particular matter is concerned. The students were arrested under the very stringent anti-terror law UAPA and they were kept in prison for a year. The Delhi High Court has said, categorically stated, that the right to protest is provided by the Constitution and there has to be a demarcation made between the state and anti-nationalism and the government as well. So this was the observation of the Delhi High Court, and the Delhi High Court said that the government can't impose such a stringent law, especially against students who are protesting, because they have the right to dissent, and just because they are protesting doesn't make them anti-national. This comes as a major victory as far as the students are concerned and the general population too, which has been protesting against the government and which has been raising a hue and cry about several activities of the government which they believe that they do not like. So this comes as a shot in the arm for them. Now the Delhi police has decided to move the Supreme Court, and let's see what happens in the Supreme Court, because a final call of course will be taken by the apex court. We saw very recently earlier in June where the Supreme Court spoke about sedition as well, because sedition law also has come under a lot of scrutiny and has been spoken about time and again. Let's not forget that it's a colonial era law which is over 150 years old, and many people have questioned the feasibility and the viability of the law 150 years later. Of course, it is serving a purpose, but it is also serving multiple purposes. It's serving the purpose of keeping anti-terror and anti-national elements at bay. It is also being used extensively by successive governments to try and put forth their own agenda and use it as a tool to curb dissent. This is what has been happening with the sedition law. Same is the case with the UAPA as well, and that's what the High Court has observed, where the High Court has come forward and said that it is not being used in the right way and it should clearly be looked at, because dissent is a part of democracy and students will protest. We've seen time and again and right through history that student movements have been extremely popular, extremely powerful as well in sending out a message. The same is happening in Hong Kong, where the students are leading the protests and taking on the might of China. So that is what is happening elsewhere around the world too. The UAPA, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, is from 1967. There were about 1,000 odd cases that were registered under the UAPA in 2019. That number was at around 851 in 2015. So over the years, it has been used more and more, and clearly it has been used as a tool. Now, whether it should continue or not is a question, is a greater question. We definitely need to have strong laws as far as anti-terror activities and anti-nationals are concerned. There is no doubt about it. There is no two ways about it. But when the laws are misused, that is when the problem really creeps in. And this is where I feel if the political class is not able to take a final decision on defining the ambit of the law, then the courts should step in and define the ambit so that it is used in that ambit and not misused by those who, by the law authorities. That is my take on this particular issue. Sedition law also, the Supreme Court has made it categorically clear that we need a relook of the sedition law as far as at least the media is concerned. This happened earlier in June. The UAPA law as well is going to go to the Supreme Court because the Delhi police has taken it there. Let's see what the Supreme Court says and does and decides about this particular matter too. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of FRP Explains. If you like the content, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon and then all notifications. For those of you who would like to come forward and make a contribution, you may do so by using our UPI IDs. A small contribution that you make will go a long way in us bringing you this content. Also, the Bharata First Knowledge Center has been launched. You can go ahead and register at kc.bharatafirst.com and ensure that you make use of the early bird limited time offer. Register now. Registrations are open at kc.bharatafirst.com. That's it from me. See you again next time.